Hello, welcome back to the channel. You join me today doing some work on the Evoque. Right, so the Evoque. You haven't seen this on the channel before as far as I can remember, but this is my wife's new car. The Jag has gone. We sold the Jag to buy this. She was fed up with the boot on the Jag with putting shopping and stuff like that, and she wanted an Evoque. She really wanted an Evoque, so we was able to find this one. Bought it as a car that she's going to use daily, so I bought something that we thought had got no problems whatsoever and it'd be fine. 3 months in, we've got a massive droning noise coming from the car. When you release off the accelerator, when you get to 30 miles an hour, same sort of noise. It's getting worse. So what we did was, we got into the back of the car. Ignore that blind. We dropped the seats down, and while one of us was driving, the other one sat in the back of the car and put their ear to the floor, and right by the diff you could hear the whining noise. So we think it was that. Just to make sure it's definitely the diff, I put some tyres on there because the back tyres was really bad. One we got a slow puncher, they was both very cracked, so I chucked a couple of new tyres on there, decent quality tyres, 100 quid a piece. But that, it seemed to actually make it worse. So I don't know whether that was due to the differing grip or because one was constantly going flat or something, and then we got 2 quality tyres on there. The droning got worse as soon as the tyres was put on there. So I'm hoping that it was the diff and not the bearings, and that seems a bit crazy, but I'm hoping it's the diff because I've bought one. And in this box here should be a reconditioned diff. 370 quid, bit of a nightmare when you've bought the car and you've got to spend this already, but I'm just glad that it's something I can do and I haven't got to take it to a garage, because as we know, if we took it to a garage, a diff fitting, all that sort of stuff probably would have run us 1,800 quid. I don't know for exactly, but I had a quick look and there was some places saying 2.5 grand, but that would have obviously been a brand new, not a reconditioned diff. But anyhow, I'm going to put this diff on this car. I'm going to hope it stops making the noise, but that's what this video is about. So please subscribe, please stay tuned, and let's get the... Right, we're about to start lifting the car. On the lift I have to use wooden blocks. Sorry about the mic coursing on that. I have to use wooden blocks with this car, else the exhaust hits. We've got them on the sills. Now we're going to start lifting it up. Hopefully it's... actually, it's not going up level. I'm going to have to move the lift that way a little bit. Tools for the job. Impact sockets here. Gun, we might need the plug-in gun. The Milwaukee gun is good, but sometimes you just got the bottle to get things undone. And we're going to get these back wheels off, and then the car can go up so we can do the rest of it underneath. What size are these? Let's have a roulette. What size do you think they are? 22? Oh, it's a little bit loose. 21. It's a 21. If you got that right, well done. You will win absolutely nothing. 1. Noise. 2. Now it looks like these bolts on this Evoque, I don't know if they have, but normally you've got like the... on all the other like Jaguar Land Rover stuff, the ends swell up on these, then your car get the things on. This is a 2014 car, I think. So at the moment, all the bolts do come off. Right, oh, it needs front brake pads as well, which I've got, but this car has got 1 locking wheel nut on it. I don't think I've got the thing for it. And you can see this wheel is absolutely annihilated, so I've got to refurb them as well. But it's Christmas and I haven't got time to do all this. My wife needs the car back, so we just need to stop this noise. One wheel off. More bolts off. Another wheel. One-handed. Off. What we like to do with this lift is we like to use these stands, transmission jacks, and then it helps obviously when you're ragging about on the car, because of the way the lift is, because it's sort of lift from one side. We put these under the legs, if I can unwind them from the welder. put these under the legs. Oh my God. And they stop it bouncing around. I've had to use chopped wooden blocks on this just to make sure that it's on the sills themselves. So we'll lift this up the rest of the way. Then we'll put these transmission jacks under. And that will help support the car. Up it goes. Just making sure it's not going to hit the heater. And that's at the top. So now we'll just chuck these transmission jacks under. Pump them up and they will help steady the lift and make sure that it doesn't rock about while we are messing with the car. Don't you just hate it when you buy something now? I mean, there's no way you can tell buying a used car. It's always a lottery, absolute lottery. You can do all your checks like we did. We checked everything we could on it, made sure that everything worked, checked the oil, it's got a decent service history on it. We checked it all, but you never know. You buy a car that you think is going to be alright. I mean, yes, I know people might say in the comments, well, you bought a Land Rover product, which we had. And we had our fair share of problems with the Jag, you know. We had to do inlet manifolds, we had to do the DPF constantly. What else went on here? Just normal service parts, I suppose. We had to do upper arms, lower arms, discs, pads, and other stuff. We had it for, I don't know, 2.5 years. So I don't suppose it was too bad. We did our alternator went as well, which created massive problems. And I had to get the SSD or SDD. I had to buy that with the connections to get into the system because it would not open or lock off the keys. But it would start. But anyway, so we moved on from that to this and just bought ourselves more problems. Head torch on, let's show you underneath the car. So, the diff is here. Now this round here, it's not an oil leak. I actually changed the oil in the diff for some Lucas heavy duty oil that's supposed to silence diffs and things like that if there was noisy, just to see if it made a difference. It didn't. For some reason it got even louder than when I fitted the tyres. So that's all that is round there. But I'm just hoping we've got the right diff. It looks the same. This is the Haldex unit here, which I'm also going to service. So in this video we'll service the Haldex unit as well. Mine unfortunately has got the collar around the prop shaft, which means that's going to have to come off, but we've got to take it off anyway. But normally you wouldn't have to take that off to service this Haldex unit, but I'm going to have to anyway. Then we've got the prop shaft centre bearing down there that's going to have to come off, and we have got a little bit, there's a little bit of planing. The only thing I've got to do, which I should have done before I put it in the air, was I've got to get the handbrake off. Or have I? I don't know. Maybe, because I think to get these drive shafts out, we've got to undo this one and this one and this one, and then hopefully we can sort of pull the bottom of this out, I believe. And when we pull the bottom of that out, obviously that one as well, when we pull the bottom of that out, we should be able to pull the drive shafts out, I think, because the first thing to do is free up the drive shafts. So once we've done that, then we can start looking at dismantling the prop shaft and everything else to get the diff out. So that's the first thing I want to do anyway. I am going to dismantle all this stuff. So off with this first. I'm going to give that a bit of a clean with a wire brush. Off with this first. Then 1, 2, 3. Luckily, not massively old, that should come loose relatively easy with a gun. But I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to go from. Right, so we're up in the air. We're ready to rock. The first thing I'm going to do is take off this nut, and it's a big one. It's a 36, which I haven't got in my impacts, but I have got on this big massive socket set. I don't know how tight this is going to be, probably super tight. Oh Christ, yeah, it's super tight. Let me just get something to put on there. I need a extension of some sort. Oh god, hang on. I'll be back in a minute. Falling at the first hurdle, as usual. Got a bar. So them are tight. So that is that off. So next we're going to go for these three. I'm going to pull this forward. So the ones behind are 21s. So that's that off there, and that out of there, and we'll put that back through. Might have to shift that with that being in the way, but for now I'm going to put it back through just so I know what's what. And then we've got the one, same on the other side, 21 and 24. Okay, that back in. Right, now what I'm hoping is that I can move. Yes, so the whole strut there moves, and I'm hoping that'll allow me to get this drive shaft out. What have we got here? We've got like a Jubilee style clip holding it on to there, and one up there. So I'm going to try and get it out this side anyway first. So this one off the trailing arm here, he's a 20, what is he? 24. See if it'll come undone. Get ready for the noise. Yeah, we're just going to have to hold the other side with something. Let's see if we've got the right size spanner anywhere. This is always the right size. So there we go. Ugh. That's that one out. Put that back through there so we know where it came from. And then we've got this one here, which looks like it goes all the way through. Or have we got two separate? It looks like we've got two separate nuts there, or bolts. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this. Oh, that was a lucky 18 on there. Numbers. Oh, it has got a nut on the back. Just up inside. I'll show you. There, look. So we've got a nut there and there. So we've got to hold on to them two with something. My dad's there now to help. But to try and get this out, I read some things and it says if you hit the end of this, it just mushrooms it, you can't get it back in. So we've put a piece of wood between the diff and the hub, and then we're going to try and hit the end of this, see if we can get it to move.
That's it.
Okay, shifting. We've got movement here now, have we got any movement there? Yeah.
That's fully out now.
Yeah. It's difficult, this just bounces off. Okay, shifting. Turns out we had the right tool all along. We think it is anyway. We looked in the bottom of the toolbox and this hub puller was in there. After fanning about for ages trying to find something to do it, we seem to have the right thing. So we're going to see if we can push the hub out with that, the drive shaft.
The right spanner.
I'm just going to tighten it all on and see if we can do it. Okay, so that is on there. So now we need a big socket. Not that big. Maybe that big. Bigger than that.
You need that, definitely need that tool.
Yep. Okay.
Stage 2.
Stage 2 is get it out the diff. So let's see how that goes. Right, so as you've just seen there, we had the spanner on there with the 2 massive bars to get it loose. Now we can hopefully do it with the gun. Go! Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
Wrong way, Phil.
It's going. These are proper hard to get out. It is going.
Still okay.
Yeah, go on. Yay!
Oh,
I'm unreal to get out.
that took some doing, didn't it?
Oh, it's still out.
Still here.
I have to give it more. Get it right off the end. Yeah? Well, because the angle it's at that. It's spinning the whole thing now.
It's all loose now.
We might have to tap it that last bit. Needs one bit of that, isn't it?
With that? Or with the gun? We'd be lost without this tool. I don't know.
Yeah, we have got a special tool apparently. It's hook and handle on it to get them off. So first I'm going to see if we can undo this here though, and then I'll just spray it. Let's see.
It was down the side of the thing, no?
Yeah, down the side of the thing with the pin in it, like.
With the, down there, eh?
Yeah. I don't know how well it'll work, I think the cack. I can try.
These?
But to be honest, everything's cack again now, I think. Is that the right one, but it's just corroded? Looks like it. You might have to hammer it on. Is it the right one or is it too? Maybe next size up.
Yeah.
Must be. What size is that one?
It is.
14?
Yeah.
Try that 50.
15.
Yeah. Bit loose, eh, that one?
Yeah. Yeah, that feels a bit loose, doesn't it?
She's going to end up rounding it off, eh? I think it's definitely that one, but you
There's a
will not
lot
go on.
of corrosion in it.
Yeah. What's going on? So it's right there. It's halfway up. Give it a go. I don't know if this is going to come off. More noise.
Oh god, that's definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Put them here on.
Let's try the other gun.
I don't know whether we ought to heat it up.
I can do. Fire stick. We'll get a bit of heat on it and see if that will help it go.
I'm going to get the knot off. The things we do. I'm going to stop.
So that, sorry about all this glaring on here from these headlights, but the drive shafts are now out, so that means we can drop the diffs with the drive shafts, and we can get the drive shafts out of the diff when it's on the floor, which hopefully should be easier than getting them out while it's up there. But as you can see, we took them out before. This is our channel where we take this out and then we come back and hit it with a toffee hammer and it falls out. That's how hard it is to get them out. Absolute nightmare. So the next step is the exhaust's got to come off because that's in the way of the diff, which is under there. So the exhaust is in the way of dropping the diff down. So the exhaust's got to come off, which looks like it's two hangers there. 1, 2. What we got this end? 1 this end. Then it comes down here. No hangers all the way, and it's connected here. So we're gonna have to undo it from there, and then get it off the hangers and drop the exhaust down out the way, and then we can look at undoing the prop shaft bolts, which are up there. Once the prop shaft bolts are undone, we've got to undo these for this center bearing, and then the prop shaft should be loose and we should be able to hopefully pull that out. We'll see. A bit of heat and the impact gun and it's come off. So just need to break free the clamp. Like that. Is that broke free? There's a gap down here.
I don't know.
It's moving. You can see it moving left and right.
Yeah, it's got that. Them shaped things, isn't there?
I thought there was a gap there. There is no gap.
No, put it this side there. And there. No, still A. No.
Give that hammer. Re-rolls. That's it. I don't know where I was filming there because I'm hammering, so Christ knows what you could say. But
Yeah,
it's open.
It's gone.
So now we'll get the rubbers off the back, and then we can drop the exhaust. Oh God, you bought a car like this expecting to have to do nothing.
I know.
There's the rubbers, we'll get them off. Right, absolute nightmare. We've undone the voltages in there, we've got 2 of the rubbers off, but one of the mounts there is in such a terrible place to get to. We're struggling to get it off, so we decided to warm it up a bit and see if that'll help us when I'm giving it a sort of a stretch to get it over. The problem is this outlet here for the exhaust, which comes out the bumper here, is in the way. So in order to drop the exhaust, because it gets caught if you've got this style, this is the dynamic, so it's got this exhaust tips on it. You need to get these off, these surrounds. You can see that one's come off there. There's 2 screws, one there, and the whole thing comes off like that. And you can see that you can drop the exhaust. So is it just this one?
Yeah.
See if it'll go.
That one.
It's bound to be one that's gonna stop. Oh, it's turning. You can see once that's done, it clips out from around there, look. Good thing about these screwdrivers with a little spanner fitting on. You can use a spanner on them. Or you can use it with that.
You can if you can get it on.
Use it there. This was getting it going.
My spanner don't work. It fell on the floor and it's
Broken. Come on, core strength and technique. Yes.
I got the core. I caught it in it.
I hope I just turning the bolt at the top or something. Outlet coming out now again. Try this super long screwdriver. I think it's just turning the.
Yeah, I'll loosen it.
I think it's just turning the bolt now. You know what I mean? Oh no, it's good. It's coming. Just gotta watch this exhaust valve hold in now. Okay, it's on there.
It's on there.
Okay, so the exhaust resting on here now, which could cause us problems because that might mean we can't get it below there. Below here. We can't get it below there, can we? Because of it resting on there.
No.
Oh Christ.
No.
More problems.
More problems.
As you can see, sorry, this is all over the shop. What we did was we pulled the exhaust back into here to get it off from the clip down there, and now we've got full movement on the exhaust, so we should hopefully be able to get the exhaust out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. Should put it on the top. Oh God. So
we get in there.
yeah, Yeah, we pushed it back into this area here to release it from the coupling down there, and then once we've done that, we've got room to tip it out without removing all the bumper and everything. So it is just these two pieces you've got to remove, and incidentally, there's the tow hitch. So the next step is to basically remove the diff. Well, actually, we've got to remove the prop shaft first off the front of the diff AV. So prop shaft is bolted on here with these bolts. Now, just thinking we might need to lower it down and put it into neutral to be able to spin this prop shaft around, don't we? Because at the moment it's in park, so you can't turn it, so you can't get to the ones at the top.
Oh yeah.
Them look like them E bolts, don't they?
Yeah.
So we'll get out what we can here while it's like this, while it's solid, and then we'll look at rotating it, and then we've got to take this drive shaft out. And I believe to get it out, I think we've got to undo this centre bearing here, just so we can move it about.
Yeah.
What I watched people do was they just did all these four here.
And dropped it.
Yeah, and drop this thing down. That exhaust is probably going to be in the way, so we're going to have to undo it from there, just so it's out the road a bit.
Well, it can only drop this far.
Yeah.
So I think once that's out, mind you, the exhaust held in place up there anyway, so...
I don't think you've got to take the entire prop shaft off. If you have the bolts and money up there. But, yeah. So, prop shaft, we'll undo this end anyway and see how we're looking. We'll find the right bolts. Alright, there's the prop shaft bolts. There. And they are E10s. So I've got a extension, but they don't go on well, look. I'm probably gonna have to put the bendy bit up there, are we?
Yeah.
I've got water running down the side of my head. Luckily they're made crazy tight. I'll say when I'm doing the first one, we'll see what the rest of. But we're just going to have to drop the car down a bit, or I'm going to have to get up some ladders and put it in neutral. You get that drift anyway, you take all them out. Right, so what we quickly done off camera there was there was 4 bolts holding this, there and there. We took them out and that's dropped this down, the centre bearing off the diff there, and the exhaust down a little bit. That's your DPF in there, look. Ours looks pretty clean inside, but this is a nice easy DPF to get to compared to some of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to undo these 2 plugs off the Haldex. How, God knows.
I don't know, I'm full of mud at the moment. I'm trying to find out.
And then we've got a couple of breathers up there, it looks like, for the diff. And then we're going to undo this one, the one on the other side, and we've got one there and one there, and the diff should then hopefully drop down on the transmission jack, and we should be able to hopefully pull it backwards off the spline, is what we're hoping for, because we don't have to take the prop shaft off completely, because it's been a nightmare to get to the bolts at the other end. But that's where we are so far. Right, so I'm undoing this one at the back here. Dad's going to undo them over there. This is a 20, an 18, I don't know what yours is. 15?
This one?
Yeah, about a 15, eh?
It is a 15.
Yeah. So I'm going to undo this now. I'm going to have to put the camera down because it's a two-handed job. This is the last one I'm undoing now. And then we've left the 2 at the back in a little bit. And then hopefully we should be, these are 18s, I've got a 19mm spanner on because it's the only 19 ratchet we've got. Just broke the 18 there, fell off it. And we've got it on the transmission jack there. Just take the weight, nearly there. I think that might be it, you know.
That's it.
Is it out?
Yeah, I can see it there.
Okay.
Up the hole.
It's them 2 then, we'll take these 2 out at the back. They've been loosened off, we're just going to take them out completely now. and then we're going to try and lower it down gently on the transmission jack. See if we can get it out.
One. You ready for this?
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
Shall I just leave them there?
So I'll be moping now to be able to lower this down a little bit, then pull it off the drive shaft is the plan. That one, is that one up there? Just
I can still see it there. So
it felt like it was just. Hey, oh, it's all out now.
It's out now.
I don't know if this is it's out now. Right. So,
Let's have a look about.
I need to lower this down gently.
Let's have a look. Stop there.
I'm hoping to be able to pull this backwards off this.
Well, it won't come back yet because it's up against this roll bar.
We're going to get in lower.
Yeah, it's against the roll bar. Stop, something's stopping. Okay. Let me have a look.
Down a bit more.
Down a bit more. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's move this cable.
It's resting on there. Oh my lord.
And you gently push this back coming out.
We can try and see if it comes off the splines. I don't. Yeah, bolted onto nothing. It's this bit. It's got to come off from me.
Can you jam me that with it?
Can try. I don't know whether it's got to come out of there or it's just part of this space there. I feel like it's got to come out here, do you?
Out here?
Yeah.
From inside?
Yeah, this leaves this here, I think. Okay, tap the hammer. Oh. There's one on the side, look, by the vibes. See if you can put right to the wire or anything.
Around this?
Yeah. Pull him up again.
Can you tap the outside?
I don't know whether it's this point here it's got to come out from or separate from here, I just don't know. So but I would have thought because it's bolted like that, Dad. It's bolted through here, you'd expect it to separate down this flange to stay on, wouldn't you?
I would have thought, yeah.
So, you need to try and jam it back, be careful on that, it's a pump.
It's moving, look.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It's moving, but I don't know why it's not coming out. It's springing back. Look at it.
What's that?
What, these things?
Yeah.
I don't know, plastic, whatever they are. It does. If you put it right on the edge, look, it is. Loose, so what the hell? Why ain't it just coming off?
That's moved, I thought that's on rubber or something.
Yeah, it is.
So it's got to be, it's either, this is connected to the rubber, I think this part is connected to the rubber. This bit's got to come out, I think.
This part in there?
Yeah, it's got to come out from the inside. Shifting. It's got to be that piece has got to come out, hasn't it? What do you say? This piece has got to come out.
This come out of this?
Yeah.
I would have thought so. I can't. What's it been? Come down there. It's hard to tell, really. What bit's coming out of where?
Well, you can put the screws in there. Put one of the screws in there and get it tap and see if it pushes that back piece out. The only other thing to do is have a quick look on the internet and see what the prop shaft will look like. Hello, you join us on the next day from the day before, which was the day when we got most of it done except broke the prop shaft free. Now we've been trying for over an hour today to get this damn prop shaft to come free. We've looked on the actual manual from Land Rover on how to do it, and what you're supposed to do is, it's going to be hard to explain, but you can see them 3 holes there, and there's a centre hole.
Where did you put them?
Then back in the dish. There's 3 holes in a centre hole. The centre hole you put a bolt into, and then the 2 holes either side of it with a thread in. You're just supposed to thread 2 bolts into them with these, like these 2 bolts here, into them with a plate. 2 plates across them. So if you imagine 2 plates across there, and then that bolt would be in the centre hole, and as these screw in, it pushes on this centre one and pushes the prop shaft out. That has not worked, and we've tried and tried and tried. We've cut down different size bolts, we've tried all sorts of things to try and get that working on there, and it doesn't. So last chance saloon, I was going to say corral. Last chance saloon is to grind that off. So that balancing thing there, point to the balancing thing, Peter, pointer. There you go.
Balancing thing
on a rubber jiggery pokery thing.
In there.
That is supposed to balance the prop shaft, apparently. We've decided that this no longer needs to be part of the car. So we're going to cut through it. Through there and through there. And we'll say bye to that piece, because we've got to get it off. If I've got to buy a new prop shaft, I will. But we're going to cut it off and we're going to see what happens, because using this Milwaukee cutty tool. So
through there.
Yeah. Initiate cutting. I believe we can see something. Maybe down a little bit. There we go. So cutty. Right, apart from that in my eyeball, been doing well.
You're through
that piece. What I'm probably going to have to have you do, Dad, is hold this, because if this breaks free, this might want to tip down, you know what I mean? And we don't want that tipping down and falling on the lever.
Where am I going to hold that?
Just hold it on these 2 arms, like. It's like tomato soup, man. You know that one with Richard Pryor in it? And he's got all them. Close your eyes.
You're just going to stop it?
I'll stop it falling forward because it's on here. You'll just stop it dropping forward. I'm going to cut a massive piece out of it. I'm going to cut it all the way over here, okay?
say, when that drops, it's going to drop out. These ain't going to do nothing because it's tearing.
It'll stop. I mean, I don't think it'll fall if you've got it there.
I feel like we need to hold it up here.
Okay. That's really important. I can smell rubber. I'm nearly through. I'm going to have to turn this grinder around, Dad.
Oh no, that ain't going to be good. It's going to shoot it straight at me.
I know.
One sec. Let's have the other thing under it, shall we?
I don't know, it's really wobbly when I take that out. I'm thinking what we need to do is...
I'd actually got it, look.
Yeah. Let me get back this way then. Will this come around a bit? Has it got another piece of metal underneath this? We're going to go through that next bit as well. I bet I have. Yeah, there's another ring, look. There. I've got to go through that one and all.
Just one, before you do that, let me put some gloves on because I'm using this. Some welding gloves.
You know, if I hold this up and we move this stand here,
yeah,
then it won't go nowhere, will it?
Well, no, it'll be more balanced.
We'll do that then, and then I'm going to put you on time lapse for this game because it could take a while. So it's finally off. There's the end of the prop shaft. We've had to cut through here, which literally did nothing. You can see we was nowhere near anything but cutting through there. So how it come off, I don't know. It just ended up coming off.
You probably just released the pressure off it, didn't you?
Well, the thing is that we even cut into the thing that was holding it here. Look, if you look here, that's the inner ring. Look, that's where it was held inside there.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't cut that. We've cut this outside piece.
And these were the holes that we were pushing the pin through, weren't they?
So it might have broke it free. We just hadn't pulled this back off it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's off. We've annihilated this piece, which is piece of this Haldex unit. But apparently on the new ones, they haven't got these on. So this one's going to become a new one because it ain't going to have that on.
And you can lay.
Right, that one's just pulled out, so you can put a little jemmy behind that and get it out. This one, there is a hole here. You can put something in it and you just pull it back like that and it pops it out. And then there's your drive shafts left and right. So them are now out. This is the diff that's got to be replaced. So this Haldex unit's got to come off the front. Yeah, with all these bolts. We'll just have to wipe it down because we want to get as little dirt in all this as possible, obviously. So we'll wipe this or scrape it off, wire brush it, undo that, and then we're going to have to deal with this. Melt it off, I don't know. It's got to come off though.
You've got a kit for this, ain't you?
We've got a service kit for this, yeah, so we can service this Haldex unit. But yeah, this we're going to have to get this off here that I've cut into because that obviously ain't not good for business.
We can cut that.
Yeah, we just cut it off, leave the rubber on there.
Yeah, you just cut it.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just cut through them, leave the rubber on there, get rid of that. I've decided that's of no use to me. Right, this is now Boxing Day. So we did nothing on Christmas Eve and nothing on Christmas Day. Car's still up in the air. Bin's in the way because I used it to climb into the boot. So what we've got to do now is we've got the diff on the floor there. I'm going to lift that up onto the bench and we're going to get the Haldex unit off it, which is this part here. This entire section. That's got to come off because that's got to go onto the new diff, which is in that box over there. So I'm going to clear the bench up a little bit and I'm going to get started on that. I don't know whether this will be a separate video. I might, because this video is getting pretty long. What I might do is a separate video on the Haldex itself, and just keep this video as replacing the diff because this is getting on a pretty long video. Okay, so let's get this. Oh, there's the end of the Haldex unit there. It did have that rubber thing on there. Obviously we had a lot of problems trying to get it off, and now to get it off, it came off in the end. Using the screw through there did work, we just didn't realise that it worked. But anyway, the new ones don't seem to come with this sort of rubber thing on them, so we'll leave it off, and we'll get on with that. Right, I've got the Haldex off there. You can see it was just 4 bolts, undo them, and then I just got a little pry bar in between that and the diff, which is over there, and I just pried it until it come out. There's just a little O-ring type seal there holding it together. Now I have no experience with this whatsoever. I've watched a couple of videos, and obviously I've just had a look at it, but I mean, it spins quite nicely like that with very little noise, except for a bit of rubbing noise. But if you hold it in the middle, it's all right. Obviously I've got no experience whatsoever with these, but if you put it on its side, it makes that noise. Is it supposed to make that noise? Tell me in the comments. But even if you tell me, we're going to have time, because I'm going to have to put it back on and see if the new diff has solved it. And if it has, then it's not this. If it hasn't, then it is this, and this is going to have to come back off. But yeah, I've got that noise. But if you put any pressure on this clutch pack here, I think it is. I think it's a clutch basket or clutch pack or something. If you put any pressure on that, like when it's that way around, it does shut up. So I'm wondering, is it because it's loose and it's not in its housing and stuff like that, that it's making that noise? Anyway, I'm going to get this cap off, get the pump off, do the kit and everything that it tells you to do, and clean it, and then go from there. We've got a big O-ring there, some little O-rings and a washer. Looks like we've got a pump to get the stuff in, which is what you generally when it's on the car, I think, not off the car. And then we should have a filter here as well. A filter and a new aluminium cap for on top of there. So let's strip it down and see what we've got. And there's the oil. It's a special oil, all-wheel drive, 8100 Haldex gear oil for your rear diff. Well, for your Haldex, not for your rear diff, but it does say on there gear transmission differential Haldex. So I'm hoping this itself is okay. The thing with the Haldex is, coming to show. The thing with the Haldex is that I'm pretty sure I can get this off without getting the diff out again. So if it does turn out to still be noisy and it does turn out to be this, then I should be able to get this off and replace it. I know it sounds stupid putting it all back on, but I need to know what's making the noise. I ain't buying a new one of these for 500 quid if what I'm doing is fixed it, because I've already spent 400 quid on a diff. Let's get to it. Right. So under here is the filter. Incidentally, this service kit was about, I don't know, 55, 60 quid for these bits to service this. So far, I'm on, what was it, 370 for the diff. we're knocking on 400 quid anyway for the service kit for this and the diff. How easy will this come off? Using the correct tools, you can see. Should be able to tap it off from there. Let's get a dead blow. Shot it off. Now, I have seen that happen on ones that I've seen it on the internet, on YouTube, that the plastic cover stays in there, and now you've got to jam something in there to get it out, because the plastic cover is normally part of this. So we're going to have to stick something in there, screwdriver or something. The video I watched, he used a bent screwdriver to get it out, and he jammed it in, and then was able to pull it out. All I've got that's bent like that. If that'll do it. He hammered it through the plastic itself. I don't need to just pop a drill through there and then pop it out. Drill. No, I think this is full of oil. Alexa, off. Forgot I've got the music on there. It's going to be difficult to get out. Oh, nearly. Ugh, gone everywhere. There we go anyway. That doesn't look like it's ever been changed. Okay. So now we've got a little filter that's got to come out. And people also have trouble getting out, it seems. Seems like a difficult one. They give you nothing to hold on to. Yeah, I mean that oil's pretty black. What else we got? Oh, we got movement. We have movement. Can we get it with this? Nope. What else we got? Something a bit slimmer maybe. It was up then. This must be fascinating viewing. So you popped a thing in there as well. What I don't want to do is have little black hole bits knocking about in here. There you go. Just rolling it. Let's get that in the pot. Right. tip that out. Take the oil out. Okay, that's all out, and that's pretty clean in there. Can you see there? Yeah, so that's pretty clean. Okay, so we've got a new one there. This one's got a spring on it. That one hasn't. Ready? No spring on that one. Okay. So, filter. Spring on this one. Little O-ring on the bottom. In that goes, and then we've got a new cap as well. And we've got new bolts. So, put that on there. Put a bit of oil around the seal, just so it slides in and doesn't get pinched. Let's start them off. Weird we've got a spring, but I'm going to go with it. Maybe it's an upgrade. Because we've got a spring, we'll tighten these down evenly. Try and get it to go in evenly. It is going in. Yeah. There we go. And then the next thing apparently is this pump. So it's off from the, unplugged from the little bottom of the thing there. Undo them two little Allen keys there. And there, I don't think there's anything to sort of change in here. You've just got to clean the filter out. I mean, we have got the O-rings here, there, which I believe some will probably be inside of this. We haven't got a new seal for the output onto this, and there is a little marker in there. Should open that, that's going to be okay. I really don't want to buy a new Haldex if I can avoid it, but obviously we can't be driving this car around with the noises it's making. Got a feeling I'm gonna see a bit of oil. A little tap. Where is it? From there it breaks from. Let's see if we can get anything in. Doesn't look like it. Where's it from? Is it from there or there? Oh, it's from there. From there. Okay, we've got some oil, so we'll just drop that out into the bucket. Okay, I'll just drain the oil out of there. And it looks like we got, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. That could have fell from the back of this here. But all the same, that little filter there is completely not covered in it. Yeah. So it's some Torx on the bottom of there. We're gonna have to get them off. It's absolutely filthy in here, look. Absolutely filthy. I'm gonna clean all this off, get all this out, and then we'll come back once I've cleaned it all up. Right, all the pump has been cleaned and pumped back in. There's loads of videos on the internet how to do that. We're gonna put this seal round here, and then we're gonna get the new diff up, and we're gonna mount this Haldex onto the new diff. Off eBay, £370. And now the Haldex unit has got to go onto that diff. Now people are going to say, why have you not cleaned that? Why is it? Clean it as much as I can, and I've had enough. So, which way does it go? I ask you. Now that's got splines inside there, so we're going to make sure them splines line up okay. We don't want to be damaging them, putting it on, that's nice. I don't think there's any particular way them splines go on, they just go on by the looks of it. Okay, and now we've got we can just turn the Haldex. Can we? It looks like we're going to have to be in perfect line where it's got to be. I don't think it's this way around. Yeah, I would say that's the way around it needs to go. And obviously to get this off I had to sort of pull it off. I don't know if the bolts are long enough to get it back on. We've got 3 short and 1 long, so the 1 long probably goes through this one, I would say, and the 3 shorts are the rest. Now hopefully we can use these to pull it on, so I ain't got to belt it with anything. Get that there. And they were 10mm, I believe. That's a 12. Where's me 10mm? Where's me 10mm? Oh god, it was on a little ratchet. Let me find that. It's alright tip here, I don't know what's going on. Ha 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 ha, there it is. So, evenly we're going to have to tighten these up and see if, don't tell me ratchets don't work. Oh, there we go. This isn't the best one. Oh, there we go. So that one is screwing in. I might need to find an extension for this because we want to pull it on level. So we'll get them somewhere near, and then we'll do them in a cross pattern just to pull it on level. I need an extension. I have got air tools, little air ratchet and stuff, so never use any of them. There we go, pulling that on nicely now. Bottom one. Please pray with me, everybody, that this is going to work. My wife wants a car back, and I want my life back. I don't know what the torque settings are on these and how they're going to look, but I'll use human torque settings. Click, 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 and one more click, click for the road. Click, click. That is on. So now this has got to go on the car. Actually, I'll probably better off. I think I need to mount the plate on it first. On this side of it, because we've got. Where are you? Piss nails that gone. Hold on. Fell over. This. Now, which way around did it go? I'd say it went this way around. Let's screw these in and see if we've got that right. Now, of course, it don't went that way around. We've got the clean witness marks on there and there, so it goes on like that. And then we've got the 4 bolts out the old one, here and here. Oh, what I've got to do before I put this up there is obviously put the drive flange on there as well, or else we'll have nothing for this to connect to, which will be silly. I'll just clip in the little ECU thing on this onto the Haldex unit with a wire. And now I can find a 10mm. I can't find anything. Yeah. Maybe. Hold on a minute. I think it was the other way around. Full. Be a wick tail off if it was like that. Like that. Clam. Or is it like that? Oh God. I think it's like that. Is it like that? I'm gonna have to check on the video how it goes. Hang on. I've got it the right way around. This is the pitfall of doing it and then having 2 days where you don't come in. So then you don't know how the damn thing goes back together. But it's a little something like this. You lost it. I've got to remember to put this on. On here, and I have marked it like so. I need the nut on the inside of there, which I've got no clue where that is. So more looking, more lucky. And that's it. Yes. That is it. I'm going to thread lock it. Right. Now go. Okay, let's see if we can get any bolts in there. So it's these with the E heads on, and I'll tell you what, without all that round thing, whatever it's called, the spacer thing, or damper of whatever, it's way easier to get the bolts in. He says. Struggling to get through the cap. as usual, not going well. Is it going to go up or down or left or right or what? Oh, just move this over. Let's got to line these holes up. What's going on? Get off then. What happened was, when we was taking it apart, the cap popped off the back of the CV. So only the holes are not quite in line, and the cap won't come back off. I'm going to end up knocking this diff off the thing. Oh. I'm only just out, but it won't shift. There we go. I think that might have it. There we go. Try again. Oh, it's a piece in shambles as usual. Where's the thing I need? Right, I'm going to get these in anyway, and once these are in, we'll come back to you. Okay, I've put some of the prop shaft bolts in there. I think the best thing for me to do is to get it up and mount it, because it'd be easier for me to turn the prop shaft once it's in neutral and mounted to get the bolts in the right position on the prop shaft. So let's get it up in there. See if we can get these. Can you see them? These through here. Let me get the two at the back as well. So we come up that way a bit. Seems to be lifting the car, so it's probably touching something. How's this bolt? There we go. That looks like it's giving you. So I'm probably going to get that one in, and then I'm going to twist and tilt it up. So I'll just tighten this one in. I believe it's a 19 or an 18. Right, it's the day after Boxing Day.
I've took the car out for a drive, put it all back together. Didn't show the last of the video because it's just the same as taking it apart really. But I put it back together, I went out for a drive, and it still makes the noise. So that's 3 days of my life wasted. I think it's the Haldex unit. I think because it had never had its oil changed by the looks of it, its bearings have gone. But I'd already bought the diff, so it's got a new diff in it. That should last us 100,000 miles without any problems, probably more. And I've got a diff that's actually okay that I can sell. So if anybody wants a diff, 100 quid, it's yours. So I've got to find either a recon or a Haldex unit that I can service, or a service kit for this one with the bearings, which I don't think you can get. So it looks like a used Haldex because I ain't buying a new one. So anyway, if you like that, like and subscribe. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. This was just a fail, unfortunately. So please subscribe and like, or like and subscribe, whichever way around you want to do it. And I'll see you in the next one.